Guys, I'm not so sure if you're catching what's going on with the immensity and the magnitude of what I'm trying to show you. I'm showing you the eternal now as it's projected in space-time from a micro event to a macro event, and that this would be known as fractal geometry. It is a form of mathematics that our reality is based off. The what and the way that I'm showing you can explain the validity of God in heaven and a rebellion which has taken place in heaven, and that Lucifer has an agenda, and that agenda has stretched forth from the beginning of our written time in the book of Eden, from the plan with the offering of the apple, which was the material merchandise. Now we see that this has gone from the micro and it has fractivated, root word fractal. It has fractivated itself, projected itself into the future, expanded, and has become what we know of now as commercial Babylon, which is symbolized as Eve being the whore now that has taken this fruit, which is the material merchandise that the eye cherishes. Now, this is all about the reason why the apple is the symbol, and some of you have stated, well, I don't see the apple being used in the Bible as the fruit. Well, that's a good point. It's not, because it's not an actual fruit. The apple is the symbol of the act of the temptation of the material merchandise, which is the knowledge of good and evil, which is evolved into the material merchandise. It is that knowledge, that fallen knowledge from heaven, which has been given to man on earth early, too early, before man had the spiritual capacity and the morality to handle the material knowledge before he received the spiritual truth. So we have been blinded materially against our spiritual understanding through these material fruits, i.e. the apple. Now let's look here and see what we got. In verse 5, everybody knows, "For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Now this is why the fruit is symbolized as the dual nature, which relates back to the twin towers being the merchandise as the symbol for the fruit. World trade trades the merchandise. So good and evil, here's the double. So Lucifer is offering the knowledge of good and evil in the symbol of an apple, friends, and I'll show you. "And when the woman saw the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes," what she sees, and a tree to be desired. The eyes have desired, and this tree is to make one wise. This is this knowledge of good and evil, my friends. It's symbolic of the fruit. So she takes the fruit thereof and did eat. And so it gives it unto her husband Adam, which would symbolize mankind in the fullness. So look, what we have here in place is the fruit, which is the knowledge of good and evil, being offered by Lucifer in the manifestation of the serpent, which gives him physical form. And it's being coveted through the eyes. Now here's, my friends, why it is used as the eye and why New York City is used as the symbol of the eye. And it's from this expression right here that all of you, and hopefully all of you, are familiar with. It's the expression called the apple of the eye. And we have the two symbols in perfect place, my friends, that go from the Eden event all the way to the second cup, New York. We have the eye and the apple. We have the micro and the macro event. We have the macro coming down into the micro, which is the eye, once again, that comes down as the material merchandise, the apple, what eventually evolves into the illusion, which the New World Order stage is set. It's the same thing. Now, I'm running out of time, but I'm going to share with you further and give you biblical support and help you understand why this apple is being used as a symbolic representation of this temptation that spans time from Genesis event till now.